I was having a pretty good day today. I was having a very good day today, especially after a very terrible Monday at work. But today flew by. Everything was great. Perfect. I was killing it at my job. You ever go walk into your job and you're killing it and you're like, this is a great day. And I got off work. I worked out. And two pieces of news hit me. The first one that we're not going to really talk about is that unfortunately my dad fell, broke some ribs, and is in the hospital, and that sucks. And the other bit of news that is pertinent to this channel is that PlayStation and Sony saw all these layoffs this year and said, oh, hold my beer, I want to come too. So now PlayStation is hitting a massive... Dude, if Nintendo does this too, I'm going to be upset. I'm just going to say it. I'm so mad I had to drink, and all I got is water, and that's making me even more furious. But yeah, unfortunately, this is the news, guys, and we're not going to shy away from it. We love video games on this channel. We love talking about video games. Unicorn Overlord is making me lose my mind. I have done a little bit of the demo. I'm going to play through the whole game for you guys because I love it. And we've got other stuff coming up, but this is unfortunately something bad we got to talk about. So today, Tuesday the 27th February, the year of our Lord 2024. I feel like if you say in the year of our Lord, it's more official. And I'd like it to be less sucky on this video because it's a bunch of suck. Sony has decided to grow the ever-growing pile of layoffs. I'm so mad I can't even enunciate. But look, they're having a lot of cuts at first-party studios, including well-known ones, Insomniac, Guerrilla, Naughty Dog, Firesprite, and London Studio is just gone in its entirety. If you work for PlayStation's London, you are gone. So Jim Ryan, who is president and CEO, was the one who has said the estimates will be about 8% or 900 people, and they're canceling multiple games. We had to step back, look at our business holistically, and move forward focusing on the long-term sustainability of the company and delivering the best experience possible for our community. What I actually mean is that I made some F-ups when I was calculating things, and now I feel terrible, but you're out of a job is how I'm translating this. The goal is to streamline our resources to ensure our continued success and ability to deliver experiences gamers and creators have come to expect us. Translation of that is, we thought everything was going to be live service and AAA only, and we overinvested in them because we thought if you just tossed $300 million over 2.5, 3 years, you're guaranteed $1 billion in revenue. So, I mean, this is studios in Europe, in the UK, in the US, in Japan, everywhere. London Studio has developed things like the PS Virtual Reality game Blood and Truth, and we're also working on what sounded really cool, which is a multiplayer title in a fantasy London. That would have been so cool. The associate art manager of London Studio has recently posted about the closure. I have nothing to say. I'm in tears. We also have Hit Points by Nathan Brown, calling to attention to just days ago, the CEO attended a gathering to celebrate his impending retirement, and you know he's going to have a golden parachute. Jim Ryan, you suck. I'm just so mad at what these studios are doing to these workers. This is why even most people are like, maybe they need a union, because these companies don't seem to be treating them very well. We looked at our studios and portfolios, evaluating projects in various stages of development, and have decided that some of those projects will not move forward, says Chief Herman Host in another blog post. This is added to over 6,000 layoffs on our counter, and for the love of God, make it stop. This is just more articles and stuff. North America, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, Japan, Asia Pacific. There's no safe place in the Sony portfolio where you might not have to worry about losing your jobs. Even their big first-party names, again, Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Guerrilla Games, these are their heavy hitters, and they're still getting layoffs. These are incredibly talented people who have been part of our success, and we are very grateful for their contributions, but not grateful enough to pay them because I need more money before I retire. However, the industry has changed immensely, and we need to future-ready ourselves to set the business up for what lies ahead. We need to deliver on expectations from developers and gamers, and continue to propel future technology in gaming, so we take a step back to ensure we are set up to continue bringing the best gaming experiences to the community. Again, we overinvested in first-party games, massive games, AAA games, and live service games, and now that we've realized that, hey, a lot of the games that do really well don't need all these budgets and all these time and all these stuff, we're not going to make them anymore, and we're just going to punish the teams for all mistakes. So if you're in the US, you get notified today, as per the Sony Interactive Entertainment. That is terrible, by the way. The man publishes it publicly on Sony Interactive Entertainment website first before he tells you. Now, I understand he probably wanted to get it out there before it leaks in the media, but you should have. You're notifying everybody electronically. For the love of God, just do it simultaneously. The UK requires companies to enter a period of consultation. So for now, London and Firesprite are redundancies that are proposed, but they're almost certain they're going through. Japanese employees will have access to a next career support program. Ryan is also claiming that impacted employees will receive support, including severance benefits. He's not saying anything about it. London Studios was founded back in 2002, where it made some really cool games, guys, like The Getaway, the music game SingStar, and games for that webcam like iPet before it moved to PlayStation VR. Firesprite was acquired just back in 2021 and has worked on virtual reality games like Horizon Call of the Mountain. While these are challenging times, it is not indicative of a lack of strength of our company, our brand, or our industry, Lyle Ryan said to his staff. Our goal is to remain agile and adaptable and to continue to focus on delivering the best gaming experiences possible now and in the future. And I've also decided to just make the share price better for shareholders without actually paying attention to the quality of the product. Now, this is all coming after Sony's recent finances. If you don't follow stocks like I do, like other nerds do, it's currently like earnings season where they're saying how they did. Sony's chief operating officer and president Hiroki Toki said that the entertainment has no major projects due for release before March 25th. That is something that we've covered on this channel, which baffles my mind how you don't have even just a single A game to come out in this fiscal year, which is probably making everybody panic because Microsoft and Nintendo and third-party studios are going to be having tons of games, and Sony's just like, we got nothing. Oopsie. I don't know how you let that happen. Totoki is going to take over as the interim CEO when Ryan leaves the PlayStation business in April, and good riddance to this liar because he is an ass. Again, we saw he posed for a picture with these guys 5 days before he knew he was going to fire them. What a piece of garbage. And the interim CEO also spoke about their first-party studios, saying there's room for improvement with how these studios spend money, schedule development, and stay accountable towards pipelines. And look, again, this is the focus on AAA, the focus on live service, the focus on big dollar projects, big, massive, let's do everything projects that are almost certainly going to hit delays and need more money. And that's why they're doing this, because this is what they insisted on. And then, this has a lot of problems. I didn't know. Our game industry's been article, as this article says. I'm not even quoting the guys. I'll get to that in a second. And it's created an industry crisis, which I agree with, because of the already challenging profession. 7,000 people been laid off in 2024. We're not even a sixth of the way through the year, and it's already getting close to the 10,500 laid off in 2023. Studio's head Herman Host posted this additional update. It's not an upgrade, excuse me. Confirming the layoffs at Insomniac, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla Games, and in the tech, creative, and support divisions. There are also smaller cuts at other studios. Games have been canceled. He won't tell you the other studios. He won't tell you the games. Here is his full message, because this is important. Today, Sony Interactive Entertainment initiated a reduction in our workforce, including within PlayStation Studios, and I want to talk about the impact that will have. These decisions have been extremely difficult, but they are necessary, and I think it's important to be transparent. The US-based studios and groups impacted by workforce reduction are Insomniac Games, Naughty Dog, as well as our tech, creative, and support teams. In the UK and European-based, it is proposed, because you can't fire them without a proposal period, but they're fired. PlayStation Studios' London studio will close in its entirety. There will be reductions in Gorilla and Firesprite, and these are in addition to smaller reductions in other teams across PlayStation Studios. Our goal at PlayStation Studios has always been to make the best games for PlayStation fans, and our global community of studios represents some of the most creative and talented teams within the gaming industry. PlayStation 5 is in its 4th year, and we are at a stage where we need to step back and look at what our business needs. At the same time, our industry has experienced continuing and fundamental change, which affects how we all create and play games. Delivering the immersive, narrative-driven stories that PlayStation Studios is known for, at the quality bar that we aspire to, requires a reevaluation of how we operate because the shareholders need more money. I'm not even playing, guys. I'm just translating the BS for you from the PR. Delivering and sustaining social online experiences, allowing PlayStation gamers to explore worlds in different ways, as well as launching games on additional devices such as PC and mobile, requires a different approach and different resources. Don't get your hopes up, though, because we still want it on our console first for at least a year and a half, which is really going to kill the PC business. To take on these challenges, PlayStation Studios had to grow by cutting people's livelihoods and putting money in my pocket become bonus season. We have brought brilliant and successful studios into our family. We have invested in new technology and partnerships. We have recruited talent from across our industry and beyond. But growth itself is not an ambition. PlayStation Studios is committed to continually discovering ways to work together, collaborating, and combining our efforts to make sure that we are able to craft games that push the boundaries of play and deliver what you would expect from us. We looked at our studios and our portfolio, evaluating projects in various stages of development, and decided that some of these projects would not move forward because they were terrible ideas that we insisted before we finally realized that people don't actually want this garbage. I want to be clear that the decision to stop work on these projects is not a reflection on the talent or passion of team members. It's a reflection of the management of Sony, who didn't understand the market and just wanted quick money grabs, or paying people like Marvel and Disney massive amounts of money for licensed IP. Our philosophy has always been to allow creative experimentation. Sometimes great ideas don't become great games. Sometimes a project is started with the best intentions before shifts within the market or industry result in a change of plan, i.e., live service turned out to be a flaming pile of turd. I am deeply saddened to see the talented individuals leave the company, but not so saddened that I am willing to take a pay cut and accept any actual responsibility. I have so much admiration, appreciation, and respect for their work. PlayStation Studios will continue to be a creator-led organization driven by profits for our shareholders and evolving our beloved franchises and bringing new gameplay experiences of the highest quality to our fans. Thank you all for your continued support. I am not playing with it. Nicole Carpenter from Polygon, thank you very much. Willow Rowe from Kotaku, thank you very much. And I apologize that before I read from your articles, I did not do what I usually do. And thank you. But I'm done with this, guys. And I apologize if you thought it was inappropriate for me to translate the BS that you were hearing. But that's what happened. Studios have been paying lots of money. I'm not trying to blame, like, Insomniac's upcoming Wolverine game or the Spider-Man game. I'm not trying to specifically lay the blame on Marvel or Disney. But here's what studios have been doing the past few years. They've been focusing on live service because Fortnite makes lots of money. We can too. They've been focusing on IPs that cost a lot of money because that's what everybody wants. They've been focusing on AAA games with budgets in the hundreds of millions of dollars, hundreds of people working round the clock through crunch for years to produce YouTube and Twitch gold in them their streams, I say. But here's the reality of it. Studios are finally starting to realize, oh, we're making 5 live service games each of which can require 10 or 12 hours a week to keep up with. No one's going to buy more than one or two of those at a time. Oh, just because I dump hundreds of millions of dollars into the most photorealistic graphics, and instead of hiring talented voice actors, love you guys, I'm going to hire Hollywood celebrities who are just going to phone it in. And instead of an actual great story, let's just see what Twitter is tweeting about and put that in there. Because that surely won't kill Saints Row. And oh my gosh, Saints Row is dead, and so is the studio. What happened? A focus on big budgets, big ideas, and just forgetting. Everyone loves Dave the Diver. Guys, it's a fun game. A lot of people in the strategy sphere talk about Unicorn Overlord. It's a game with a lot of polish. It looks beautiful. It's going to sell a lot. Everybody is going to be playing lots of games. Gaming access has never been easier. I have Twitch. I have YouTube. I have Twitter. I have Steam. I have Epic Game Studios. I've got websites like Kotaku and Polygon and Video Game Chronicles. If your game has any kind of meaning, I will find it. And if that doesn't get to me there, there's Reddit. There's my friends. There's all kinds of places where I can find great games. I don't need AAA games to have a good time. And all this garbage that you're seeing, well, like Square Enix is really bad at this, guys. We're going to pick on a Japanese studio too, because why not? Talking about how, well, we only sold 3 million copies. But you watch Alan Wake developers living their best life, because we sold 1.3 million copies of Alan Wake 2, guys. We're making our universe. We're making our dream. Because they understood the budget and the scope of what they were trying to do. And it's a horror game, guys. Those aren't as popular. But they said, this is the game we want to make, so this is the money we can allot, and we're just going to have passionate people work really hard. And it's a fantastic game. And I'm so happy that they're profitable and making money. And I hope the developers feel pride and ambition in what they work. But companies like Sony, companies like Endeavor, like Square Enix, need to take a page from Nintendo and understand, when you misread the market, when you pick the wrong games, when you make these guys go through years of crunch and harassment, and then when you screw up, nobody feels bad for you. When you then announce, well, unfortunately, due to market condition, it's never market conditions, guys. A great game will sell. Even if it's a game from a genre that nobody's really into at the time. If it's an amazing game, if it's a fun game, if it's a passing game, it will sell enough to be profitable. As long as you're not trying to just chuck $400 million at it. Because that doesn't work. That's not how games are made. I am just so angry right now. And like I said at the top of my video, my dad unfortunately also got injured today. That's probably not helping. But guys, I want you to support your devs that you like. When they make studios like Frost Giant and Second Dinner, and they leave these terrible companies, support them. If you love the game, have fun with them. I have a great relationship with Puzzle Box Games, who does the Dungeon Beneath. I was about to say the Tower Above, but no, the Tower is the new mode in the Dungeon Beneath that I love. I've never met these guys. Probably never will get to meet these guys, but I love their game, and I give them what little support I can, and they love that. Support the devs that put in the work, that don't just throw money at the problem, that don't harass their employees. And if I can just tell people in game development one thing, don't sell your studio to Sony. Don't sell it to Microsoft. You can probably sell it to Nintendo, but Nintendo prefers to build their teams in-house, not out-house. Don't sell to these big companies. You are just a number on a spreadsheet to be cut or shuffled. Live your dream, live your passion. But unless you're willing and ready and willing to go home, don't sell to these guys, man. Because some asshole named Jim Ryan is going to get a big bonus just a few weeks when he retires because he fired 900 people. Guys, you can play more games. Games are awesome. And you deserve awesome. Our devs deserve better than that. I'll try to find a happier story for you next time. I'll see you then.